one more quote from this this letter from the president of the American Medical Association, published on October 5th, the headline of which is "Turning the Tide Against Medical Disinformation Will Take All of Us." This is Dr. Resnick, the president of the AMA, writing, "I recently participated in an annual fact-checking festival." Let me just read that again. "I recently participated in an annual fact-checking festival hosted by media organizations Poynter and PolitiFact called the United Facts of America, where I explained the impact of unchecked medical misinformation to a diverse audience of journalists, policymakers, and pundits, and also the responsibility physicians have in policing it." Okay. An annual fact-checking festival. So we're going to talk about festivals, actually, because this got me thinking again about festivals and what they are and are not. And fact-checking and festival don't go together.
Fact.
But
I recently went to an accounting festival.
Oh my God. Conference. You could call it a conference.
A conference.
We have a word for that. A fact-checking festival. Okay, now, Zach, if you would show...
Give it a second.
Okay, well, I'm going to read from the site that I am now at, the United Facts of America, a festival of fact-checking. It was on May 10th through 13th, and the headline is... Join us, or the subheadline, join us live on May 10th through 13th for a virtual festival of fact-checking with Dr. Anthony Fauci.
Wow.
There it is. There it is.
Wow.
And one more, they have the ticket prices, the VIP experience. Members of PolitiFact's Truth Squad are offered discounted tickets.
Is that a fact?
Yeah. That's the United Facts of America. How can it not be a fact? So I think we're not. I will link to this in the show notes on all of these things, and you
Wait,
too.
this is not a joke?
It's not a joke.
It's not a joke?
It is not a joke. It happened. The now president of the AMA is pointing to this with glee in his op-ed, his whatever it is, letter from 3 days ago. Get tickets now to access 4 days of forward-thinking conversation about the role of fact in our lives. This virtual festival even, wow. This virtual festival is for everyone interested in fact-based expression, civic engagement, and the role of facts in a free society. Come celebrate facts with us.
Oh, and Anthony Fauci is the fact czar. That's...
He's factsy, that's for sure.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. This sent me down a little bit of a rabbit hole. I got no resolution, so I'm not going to spend much time on this, but over 10 hours of virtual program, you'll hear from expert fact checkers from PolitiFact, the Washington Post, and factcheck.org. I'm just like, do you go to school to become an expert fact checker? What defines expertise in fact checking? How do you do that? I get no resolution, actually. Google failed me. I spent, not a long time, but 20 minutes. Like, okay, what makes an expert fact checker an expert or a fact checker? In fact, my very first Substack, I went after PolitiFact for being Facebook's arm of misinformation, frankly. But this phrase now is showing up all over the place. Expert fact checker, expert fact checker, expert. Says who? This is very much like Jon Stewart saying, well, the AMA says. Well, and the president of the AMA went to this virtual festival of fact-checking where Fauci was, so we know that's all good.
I have the solution.
Do you? Good,
I do.
Because
no,
I don't.
I got it. All right, here it is.
Yeah.
The solution is proper spelling, and it works like this. Do you remember back where the concept...
You remember how we started the show, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to...
redeem yourself.
Redeem myself. Yeah. In the redeem... R-E-D-E-A-M. But it's close.
It's
okay.
Everyone knows what you mean.
Well, I feel my job is done here. No, here it is. Do you remember back in, I don't know, was it the 90s?
Oh, God.
When the term fat speciated and there was traditional fat, FAT, and then there was PHAT.
I've never thought of it as speciating before, but yes, sure. It was
Go
perhaps
with me here.
cladogenesis.
All right.
Sure, okay.
It is time the gap straddled by the concept of fact is so large that it must now
Fact now, not fat. Yeah.
Fact.
Yes.
We now need fact.
PHACT.
Yes, exactly. That's these fact checkers. PHACT.
Festival of facts.
Of facts, exactly. And now, if that's true, if we can define these things based on whether or not you were accused of being FAT or PHET. AT. I actually know that one.
Yeah, you caught that one.
Yeah. If, as in that case, we can distinguish facts from facts, in this case, by the way they are spelled, then what makes a good fact checker is the ability to straddle the largest gap from the actual facts, things that are, true, right, to what is being claimed as a fact, PHACT, right?
Yeah.
The bigger the gap you can cover, right, where you can claim that the PHACT is in fact just simply true when it is the farthest distance from what is actually true, then that puts you at a high status within the realm of the PHACT checkers, right?
And you probably get invited to all the PH-estivals.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And the rest of us can tell you to PHUCK off.
From them? Gladly.
Yeah. Anthony Fauci is just the cherry on top of that sundae. I mean, the idea that at a fact-checking festival, a guy who has literally out loud said and then not been horrified that he made some sort of error, that to contradict him is to contradict science. I mean...
Yep, I am science. I am science.
Yeah, ignore the man behind the vaccine. It's... Well, I don't know. Words used to mean something. It was cool when they did because you could use them for stuff. But
here's to a re-upping of Real Festival.
All right, yeah.
And the president of the AMA referring delightedly to this virtual fact-checking festival suggests that he may not really know what either festivals or facts are. That's it.
Yeah, that's mind blowing. I cannot believe that that's not a joke.
It's not.
It's all right.
Yeah.
If it turns out to be a joke, we will have to accept that they got us good.
Yes, and great. Please make it have been a joke. On the other hand, guys, it supposedly happened in May, and I imagine some people were there who can vouch for the fact that it's not even there, though. It's virtual. So I imagine a bunch of people were sitting in front of their screens feeling super festive about this whole thing.
Oh, so festive.
So festive.
But I have to say, in an era of PHACTS, what does it mean that it happened at some moment and is now over, right? Or that it was virtual, right? It can change. It can be anything it needs to have been.
Yeah, it was virtual, and now it's...
And now it wasn't virtual, right?
Oh, I see your point.
Yeah, I mean, let's put it this way: it is a festival of safety and effectiveness in the truest. Is there some other way to spell true? TRUST.
TROO. How about
TROOST? Sense of that term. Yeah, the truest. Truest. Exactly.
Zach is not pleased with us on that one.
Oh, I like this tremendously.
Okay.